Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Season 28 Pokemon NASCAR Cup Series finale from Joltis Super Speedway. Five competitors will be competing tonight for the championship, and it's going to be a winner-take-all battle for the title. We'll run 21 laps at this massive super speedway track. There you see the layout. It is nearly a 5-mile oval with a massive banking, a lot of 5, 6, 7, even 8 wide action. It will be taking place at this Joltis track. Very huge, and you'll see how massive this track is when we get to the green. Let's look at the point standings heading into the season finale, and our competitors, by the way, competing for the title. Emmanuel Magnuson, there you see a 3-point margin ahead of Philip Goldberg. So the difference between first and second in points is just 3 points. Goldberg would have to finish 4 positions ahead of Magnuson at least to win the title. And Magnuson just got to be the highest finisher of the final 5 competitors in contention to win the championship, so that Magnuson could lock himself the championship title here at Joltis. And with this track being one of the most unpredictable track in the season, anything goes. And if Goldberg and Magnuson tie, well, there's the tiebreaker and wins. Magnuson would win the tiebreaker 4-3. If they're both tied in wins, if Goldberg wins and Magnus is tied in points with him, Magnus would still win the title because he has 7 top 5s, and Goldberg would have 6 top 5s in the standings. So that would count as well. So if Goldberg's just simply got to be 4 positions ahead, the only way Goldberg could win the title is if he's at least 4 positions ahead of Emmanuel Magnuson at the end of the race. Emmanuel Arnett's another competitor to look out for. 33-point lead over, 33 points behind, I should say, behind Magnuson. And, just 30 points back of second place. He would have to, it would be a long shot for him for Arnett to get to the front, even with the win. He's 33 points back of the leader, so he needs both Goldberg and Magnuson to have a really bad race here at Joltis for him to steal this title. Because he does not own the tiebreaker, of course, only has 2 wins. So, and even if he gets the win here, he would get 3 wins. Probably said that Arnett was the first 3-time winner. It was Magnuson that was the 3-time winner, so I guess I mixed up the Emmanuels. My bad. But anyway, 4th place is Jared Lewis, and he has an odd situation. Like, he's supposed to be 36 points back. But he's 37 points back in the standings. He's supposed to be 36. The reason being is because one of his races didn't count. Well, you see, in one of those races, he was on the grid, but his car did not start when the cars began to roll off the track before they were taking the green flag. He got it teleported to pit road. He never got to run in the race, never got to the track, and they didn't give him that position. And therefore, they actually didn't give him the point. Should have been 40th in that race, but they didn't give him the point, which is really odd. So, if Jared Lewis somehow, some way trails by 1 point behind Magnuson at the end of this race, then they would be declared tied because Lewis should have gone the 1 point from his dead last finish, but it didn't count in the standings for some reason. But if Lewis trails 1 point behind Magnuson, it would be declared a tie because Lewis got that 1 point, would have gotten the 1 point bonus, by the way, for that race he didn't get to start in. However, Magnuson would still win the title because of the tiebreaker. Magnuson has 4 wins and Lewis would have 0 wins. And even if Lewis does win this race today, still would lose the tiebreaker, way behind. But if Jared Lewis and Emmanuel Magnuson are actually tied in points for real, if they both have the same number of points at the end of this race, Lewis would win the overall championship by 1 point over Magnussen, because he should have gotten that 1 point on a on that error right there, and they didn't give him that 1 point for whatever reason. So if Magnussen and Lewis, if Lewis trails 1 point behind Magnussen, it would be a tie because Lewis gets the point. That would be the tie, but Magnussen would win the tiebreaker and wins. But if Lewis and Magnus are tied, both have the same number of points at the end of this race, then Lewis would be your champion because he would have a 1 point advantage in that race over Magnussen. And the fifth and final competitor is Kyle Collins with 43 points back. He's going to need a miracle, basically. He needs all four of those drivers in front of him to have really bad days and basically needs to win here tonight and have all the other four drivers crash out, and Collins needs to win to clinch the title. Well, if he does tie with any of these three, it's no good. Even if he ties with, gets the win, he would tie with Harnett. Still no good because Arnett would own the tiebreaker in top 10s with 17, and Collins would only have... Wait a minute, he would have 7... Oh, wait, no, wait. Collins would win the tiebreaker because of top 5s. My bad. But Collins is still a long shot. 43 points back of the leader. So he needs to win, basically, and have all the other four drivers finish way deep in the field for him to get the championship and pull off the upset. All those with 1,000 points are the competitors in contention to win the championship. So it's Magnussen, Goldberg, Harnett, Lewis, and Collins. We'll keep our eyes on those drivers all night and see what this race is going to bring here today. Sorry for the long introduction, but now let's get on to the race. There's Jacob Lawler starting on the pole today here in Joltis, and Kyle Collins will be on the front row as well. Ahmad Seyawan and Mike Turner will make up row 2. Let's look at the competitors where they're starting. Emmanuel Magnussen, the one we're talking about, the points leader, starts 38th. A long shot for him in this race, so he's going to need all the push he can to be a factor in this championship to keep that points lead to the end of the race, basically. And second place in points has a better starting position. That's Philip Goldberg starting 22nd tonight here at Joltis. The other one is Emmanuel Harnett, number 6, highest position of them all so far, in 7th. He starts 7th, has an advantage, right? At the start of the race, he has an advantage. Jared Lewis starts way in the back. The number 2 starts dead last. He's got the biggest odds against him. And we mentioned Kyle Collins shares the front row, so very possible that he could win this race and have the other four drivers finish deep in the field. Collins could win this race and outright win the title. There's the possibility of that. So we'll keep our eyes on our championship competitors all night when we can. 21 laps under the lights at Joltis. Excuse me. It's going to be a fun night here to determine who will be your Pokemon NASCAR champion for season 28. Here we go. Pace car coming down pit road. It's going to come down to this. Who's going to be your champion for season 28? We're about to find out. The green flag comes out, and the championship race at Joltis is underway. Collins and Lawler on the front row. Lawler gets a good jump. Yeah, he got a real good jump. Lawler's still trying to get his first win and only one of the season, and he's hoping to do that here at Joltis. Right now, Collins is dropping a little bit back. Harnett's gaining ground a little bit. He's in the top 5. So far, so good for the 6 machine. Oh, now he's in the middle. Oh, boy. That's going to be interesting. There's Emmanuel Magnussen way deep in the field. He's got to hope that a rock happens in front of him and he gets through it without damage. Well, he's on the bottom now, so for now he's running the best line possible here at Joltis. Still time for Magnuson to make an impact. 4 wins, though. He would love to win the title. He's got to earn it the hard way. Ooh, wow. Car is slipping and sliding now. Going 4, 5, 6 wide. Someone is going to make a mistake. Someone's going to make a huge mistake, and it's going to change the field. It's going to really decide who's your champion. Oh, boy. Now the 17 slowly working up to the front. Right now, 17 doing pretty good. He passed Goldberg, by the way. So right now, doing a good job. He's doing his job. Oh, no. 77, 93. Oh, they spin. Lopez saves it. Oh, man. I just saw Anthony Lopez nearly get turned, but he saves it. What a dramatic save by the 77. I'm going to try to get a good camera of the 77 car. Let's go in slow-mo. There's Logan Dreiling. He was trying to spin out the 77, put him on the apron. Look at the 77 with a great save. He had Cullen Francis. Did not hit Hornet, by the way. No, Magnuson. That's important. And he gets a great save out of that. Wow. Lopez saves it. Close call. That could have got worse. Wow. How in the world did he save that car? Just wow. Skip ahead a little bit here. And let's join the action live. Lawler lost the lead to Nicky Maxwell. Now David Johansen has the lead. Lap 4. So far, cars are doing fine. No major damage, no major developments right now. Right now, Jared Lewis, let's see if he's still in contention. And he's way in the back, but he's got the bottom line to his advantage. Let's keep our eyes on Magnuson. He's in the middle. He's in that middle line. Little high, but he's in the middle line. And look at Paul Barber trying to block every lane for that lead. Paul Barber just jet real quickly. And the 17 is in the middle of the pack. Could be a good or bad thing. If a wreck does happen, that's a bad thing, and it would really change the picture. Not unless if all the other competitors are involved. Ooh, they're getting tight. They're getting really tight. Look at this. They're getting extremely tight. One mistake is going to make this a big crash. Oh my goodness. Now, everybody's on the edge of their seats. Wow. Look how tight this is. 4 wide almost everywhere. The wreck's going to happen, and we just don't know when it's going to happen. But Jared Lewis, what a move. Up to 3rd place. Jared Lewis is up to 3rd. You see the 6 machine. He's trying to get in the top 10. Manuel Magnuson. Hornet. Getting into the top 10. It's the battle of the Emmanuels for the title. Philip Goldberg helping the 6 out a bit. There's a wreck in the back. They could compete. It would be up against them for the title. Lap 6. There's also the possibility of pit stops. Could change the outcome of this race. If the wreck's not going to happen, then pit stops will decide who wins this race. Barber leading. And now the storm seems to be calmed. They seem to have calmed down a bit. They were going 4 wide everywhere. Now they've seemed to calm down a little bit. There's some separation. They're not going all out. They know it's for a championship. They don't want to make a big wreck, change the outcome of this title. It's going to be extremely close. Now I'm just still trying to find the competitors. Where's this? Oh, wow, the 17 is way in the back. Way up on the high line. Same for Goldberg. Goldberg, though, is a little ahead of the 17. Just 7 laps in. And now the 17 is just losing the draft. He's going to need all the help he could get now. Still early in this race, not even the halfway point. Although anything can still happen. That's your points leader running in a deep spot. Not doing so great right now. Now on the bottom. We cut to Goldberg, and whoa. Did the 17 just go below the apron? A little bit there, but didn't lose the speed. Now the 11 is in the back. He's in the way back of the pack. Very close. Remember, Goldberg needs to finish 4 positions ahead of the 17 to win the title, and he needs to hope that Hornet does not gain a lot of ground in the championship run. Speaking of Hornet, he's running in the bottom. It's a battle of the teammates, by the way, so only one of these guys could win the championship. It's going to come down to this. Going to be a very close battle. Both trying to help each other out, trying to go mano a mano for the championship. Roush Fenway done successfully with those 2 cars. They're hoping to continue with that. And your leader, by the way, is Jay Jefferson. We haven't talked much about the leaders because we're focused on the pits, on the championship competitors. But Jay Jefferson leads. And now Magnuson is in the driver's seat in second. And look at this. 3 Roush cars on the bottom. Is Navarro going to try to help him out? He will. Navarro's going to try to help out his teammate. Oh, wow. This doesn't get any better than this. 3 championship competitors in the top 10. Maybe the top 5. Goldberg looking low. Still has a lot of work to do, but 17 might be your leader. If he gets the lead, that's a precious bonus point. He needs that point. There's no chase, so bonus points do count towards the championship. No chase, so the championship point, the bonus point does count. Here we go. Oh, they're going to pit. 17, does he make it in? Does he do it? He will. 17 makes it in safely. Sometimes some of these cars go off the track, off pit road. Sometimes these drivers just speed up a little too fast and cannot get back into the pit road, cannot get into pit stops. It happens to some drivers, but the 17 is going to play it safe and be one of the first to go in. Not sure if that's going to work out since it's not even halfway through the race yet. And it could go wrong instantly. Might have to worry about saving fuel. Might have to hope for a caution to come out. He might be front if the caution does, but on the bottom side, he might have to save fuel at the very end. 17 is out first. Not surprising. Question is, will he get back on track safely? Other drivers pitting. Any cars coming out? Missing the pit stall. And Jared Lewis is in. 3 cars missed their stall. No, 4 cars missed their stalls. Can they get in? No. Oh, 19 is wrecked. Paul Barber. I'm on Sayuan. Both collided. Trying to get onto pit road. They couldn't get in. It was real tight. Is that a caution? Yes, it is. It is a caution. Wow. First caution comes on lap 11. This is either going to, like, for the 17 to pit early, this might either make it or break it. No, I don't see any championship contenders pitting at that point. Those others who stayed out might get fresher tires at the end. So this might help them too. Who's going to have the better strategy? Philip Goldberg leads. Got that extra bonus point. But he might have to pit at the caution flag. Probably didn't want a caution. But he'll pit and he'll fresher tire slightly. Maybe pull off the strategy at the end. And are they out of... Wait. Goldberg's slow! Oh no! Something went wrong on pit road! No! Goldberg, something went wrong on pit road! I didn't even see what happened. I don't know what went wrong. Like, they ran out of gas. Yeah, they're very slow. They ran out of gas. Oh my goodness. These guys ran out of gas. Like, they didn't need a yellow. They did not need a yellow. Oh my gosh. What a shame. Philip Goldberg's championship might have just gone down the drain. Oh, wow. If they had pitted along with the others before the yellow, they would have been good to go, but they stayed out 1 lap longer under caution speed, and even that didn't last long on fuel. They were very low on fuel, and they didn't need a yellow. Unbelievable. Wow. These guys ran out. These guys are extremely slow. They're going 20. Yeah, these guys are basically out, and Ethan James is not even going to make it. Yeah, James is not going to make it. Ethan James not going to make it in. He can't. He's very slow. These guys are just going in like on a crawl. So much for that. So much for Goldberg winning the title. What a heartbreaker. Unbelievable. Just wow. And looks like 31, Josh Crash leading. Josh Crash is leading. What's going on? Oh boy, if everybody gets lapped. Oh no, nobody's getting lapped. And they're putting it in order. Except Priya McShane's going to be in front. She's a lapped car. These guys have to come down pit road. Got to be quick because they don't want to get passed by the pace car and get lapped. This will be interesting. Oh my goodness. So let's see where the championship competitors are right now. Let's see where Magnussen is. He's running 6th. Very good spot to win that title. We know that 2nd place Goldberg's on pit road. I don't know if he's going to come out of pit road. There goes the pace car. They're lapped. They are lapped. Unbelievable. That might have ended the 11's chances of getting the win. And he is not even coming out of the pit stall. Wow. He's not even coming out. What a shame. Where's Harnett? 26th. Oh, he's trying to catch up to the field. Oh my goodness. Wow. Incredible. It looked like, I think it might have locked up the title for Emmanuel Magnussen. What about Jared Lewis? 11th. He's on the pace. He's on the good pace. 11th. And Kyle Collins is 8th. They're on good pace. So Collins, it's going to come down to Magnussen, Collins, and Lewis. They will catch up to the pack. But I don't think they'll be getting their laps back. They already were lapped. Not sure if they're going to get their laps back. All right. Going to go back to the green. Priya McShane's a lapped car, so Jake Jefferson is the leader. Let's look back. Still one more caution. Lapped. They're not getting lapped. Oh, no, wait. Goldberg got lapped. Yep, Goldberg got lapped. And that might have ended his championship hopes right there. Goldberg got lapped. Wasn't able to get his car off in time. And now his championship dreams might have just gone away. Wow. What a twist. Everybody else stays on the lead lap except for 29th below. McShane's a lap, almost lapped. Not sure why they put her in the front. And then the others, those guys are a lap down. Barber, Setyuan, Gordon are out. Those three wrecked on their way into pit road. Their races are over. Green flag in the air. One car on pit road again. Who's that? That's Nikki Maxwell. Nikki Maxwell comes down to pit. Weird. I wonder why. DJ Kirker takes the lead. 6 to go here at Joltis. And Emmanuel Magnussen is the guy we're looking out for running top 10. Oh, and the other guys are not lapped. Thank goodness. Hornet 26, though, a long shot. And he's going to need a miracle to make an impact. Goldberg, unfortunately, well, not a contender. How about John Arnott going for the lead? Going for the race lead. Arnott in his very last Pokemon NASCAR Cup race. So we haven't really mentioned a lot of that. This, by the way, will be his very last Pokemon NASCAR Cup race. He's one of two-time champions in the series, and he loves to go out with a win. Can John Arnott, a former two-time champion, end his career with a win? Well, he has got to hold off the pack in 5 laps, which here in Joltis is impossible. DJ Curtis going for 2nd place. You saw that Curtis won a dramatic race at the Super Snack 500 last time. Last race, it came down to the wire, and it was a spin on the final lap. That was probably the most exciting Super Snack 500 race since the very first one. Yeah. And now, 4 to go. 17 on the bottom line. He's in the driver's seat. Could win this title. Crash! Dryland spins. Smart is around. That'll be the race. Hornet was in it. Smart was in it. And Priya McShane goes flipping. And that's it. Race is over. It's all going to come down to who wins it. Luke Walker leading. Here comes Magnussen. No drivers ever won the title and the season finale in the same season. Could Magnussen make history? Luke looks low, looks high. Olvera down low. Magnussen's got it. The final turn. Emmanuel Magnussen might have won the title and might have also won the race as well. Wow. Emmanuel Magnussen might be your champion. Incredible. That is unbelievable. Emmanuel Magnussen. 5 wins he would get in this series, the most since Pichu in Season 1. He had 6 wins. 5 wins is something we haven't really seen. Amon Seyuan was the last driver, I think, to capture 4 wins in a PNCS season. But 5 wins is unimaginable, but Magnussen might have done it. But first, let's show you the wreck. There it is. Dryland got turned. McShane, Crosby, Gunner, Harnett involved. McShane flips. Wow. They flipped. What a finish. Magnussen got the better line. Let's see if he holds on for the lead. Let's see if he holds it. He pitted early, so that might have been the difference maker. Or, we'll see. We don't know. Emmanuel Magnussen just 2 laps away from a championship. He's just got to hold on the pack and possibly win this thing. Harnett finished 26th. Oh, no, never mind. He's out of the race. Magnussen has done it. Might be the first driver to win the championship and the race. He's going to do it. Emmanuel Magnussen, 5th win of the season, and he's going to lock up the Season 28 Pokemon NASCAR Cup Series Championship. Emmanuel Magnussen is your champion. Likely, very likely, he's the champion. That win, well, no doubt about it, he's the champion. And that'll wrap it up. Season is over, finally. And Emmanuel Magnussen is your winner in this race and the championship. What a spectacular season. 5 wins in Season 28. One short of the record, of the single season record, for the most of any non-TA2 driver ever in a season. I think Nathan Hudson might have done 5 wins, a couple like very early in the series history, but Magnussen has done it here. 5 wins, 5 race wins, well-deserved champion. For once, we get a well-deserved champion. And here's the rest of the standings as I'm going to go through the points just to make sure that Emmanuel Magnussen is your champion. And I hope that we don't have a Steve Harvey moment here. But I'm sure Magnussen will be your champion. And he is your champion. Emmanuel Magnussen has won the title outright. And here's your final points to prove it. 41-point margin between him and Philip Goldberg. Goldberg stayed second, but the margin was much bigger. Before this race, it was 3 points. And this race now is 41 points, thanks to everything that changed. Collins was third, 63 points back. Lewis, 64. Well, 63 actually for that 1-point technicality, but he would still lose the tiebreaker for third against Collins because Collins had that win. Emmanuel Harnett dropped to 5th. He was third in the points you saw, but he dropped down to 5th place. And Dogan Dryland, John Andrews, and Alex Hawkins hit the 1,000-point mark of the season. Nice for them to get it. And Andrews would get 7th because he's 15 top 10s to 12. Hawkins is 12. Hold on. Sorry about that. Top 5s, I should say, tiebreaker, because both have 1 win. Andrews is 7th because he has 7 top 5s to Hawkins is 5. And Dryland has more points than Andrews by just 6 points ahead. Fitzwater and Curtis round out the top 10. Look at the statistics and all the drivers that have won. But Emmanuel Magnussen has set up a massive season run to win the championship. Well-deserved title holder because he has 5 wins in the season. 5. Yes, 5 wins. There it is. 5 wins in Season 28. A phenomenal, well-deserved champion for once. Philip Goldberg had 3 wins in the season, so top 2 combined for 8 wins. 8 wins in the series. Almost like a quarter of that of the schedule. Awesome. Collins had 1 win. Lewis, as you know, 0 wins. Harnett had 2 wins to his credit. Dryland, Andrews, Hawkins, Fitzwater had 1 win each. DJ Curtis had 2 wins. Lopez and McShane had 1 win. Ethan James had 3. Lawler had none. Olvera had 2. Miles and Navarro had 1. Johansson and Maxwell had 2. Breton and Smart did not have any wins. Bright, Jazzen, 1 win each. Maxwell and Crash and Johansson, they have 2 wins this season. And let's look at the rest, 25th and below. There's Leia and Luke Walker. Luke got that win in Watkins Glen. No, wait, not Watkins Glen, I'm sorry. It was in the Baton Gas circuit. Yeah, Luke Walker got that win in Baton Gas. The only driver from TA2 to win at all this season. Gordon and Bogus and Gardner didn't win. Gardner only had 1 top 5. Very surprising for a former champion. Kirker, Jefferson, and Barber each had a win. Crosby didn't have one. Neither did Turner. Pichu and Monseon, we mentioned earlier, they didn't win. Reynolds, Barber, Gunner, and John Arnott each had a win. And John Arnott does not get to finish last in his final season. Cullen Francis finished last, and it was a wide margin, 107 between that. Not sure why, but wow, 18 DNFs for Francis. That might be the most of any driver this season. So that no wonder. Francis just was the worst driver of everybody, and everybody else didn't get any points. He earned the lowest amount of points of anybody because of Eldora. Weird. Didn't even hit the 700 mark. Wow. But John Arnott, at least he didn't finish dead last in his final season. And he did get 1 win in that last season. So John Arnott, we wish you a happy retirement. And, well, we thank you. 2-time champion, you'll be missed in the series, for sure. But that's it here from Zen Joltis. And I want to thank everybody who have watched this series for a very long time. 28 seasons. And we're ready to start a new era next season in Season 29. A lot of changes coming up for the series. Going to be a completely different race format. And we hope to see a lot of these drivers, if not all these drivers, back next season. And maybe have some newcomers next season as well. So we're going to have some fun with next season, because it's going to be a lot different than the previous seasons of the Pokemon NASCAR Cup Series. And I hope you enjoyed Season 28, a long one, and I'll let you know when Season 29, any info for next season's coming up. So you will see some info coming up from Season 29, what changes will be in store, what cars we'll use, and the tracks we'll run in, the schedule, the info, the drivers, everything when I set it up for Season 29. I'm going to take a break for a while and just wait until the 2017 car set comes out so we can do Season 29, and we can do this completely in a different way. So hope you'll enjoy that. Hope you'll enjoy the new format we're going to be setting up for the Pokemon NASCAR Cup races. It's going to be very fun. I'm sure next season will definitely be fun. And thanks for watching Season 28. Thank you for watching all 40 races and the All-Star Weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, because we do races like these almost every day. And a lot of other things. Racing content, mostly here in TA2 Racing. And the main channel, TA2, video game content, whatever I want to do. So, anyway. Thanks for watching 28 seasons of the Pokemon NASCAR Cup Series. We'll see you in Season 29. And Emmanuel Magnuson, your champion for Season 28. 5 wins. What a landmark. What a phenomenal drive. And don't worry, I will update the all-time winners list of the series, because I haven't updated that in a while. I will get updated to that, and I'll post an updated list over on Facebook. So don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Now I'm on Instagram. For those of you that don't know, I have an Instagram page now, so you can follow me there. It's Pichu London. It's the same name I use for Facebook and Twitter. So you can follow me there on Instagram as well. So I'm going to try to post pics on Instagram now, and I'll post updates on Facebook and Twitter. I'll use that for TA2 Saturday tweets. I will tweet out my opinion, the action of shows I watch and all that stuff. That's what I use Twitter for. For Facebook, I use for updates on the channel and on TA2 Racing and on TA2. Anything else as well. And Instagram I'll use for posting pics. So you can follow me on those channels at Pichu London. You should find me on Pichu London in Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Wow, 40 minutes long this video is going through, so I apologize if it's almost going an hour in, but just wanted to get that out of my chest. But anyway, thanks for watching season 28. We will see you next season. A whole new era for the series, and I can't wait to share news about that. So hope you enjoyed. We will see you next season.